Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, that was me locking the door. In this video, I am going to talk about what I found out was that somebody was no longer on this planet. And I don't want to mention who it is. I am not trying to, I want to talk about the behaviors around it. And I don't want to, it's kind of difficult because I want to talk about the behaviors. And I don't want to talk about who it is. I don't want to get involved in any of what has happened around that. And that's what I want to talk about, is the behaviors of what was happening around that. Does that make sense? And I don't want to be center of attention, but that's what I want to talk about. I know that makes no sense. But for people who are looking for information about it, I'm not going to put anything in the title. I'm not going to name the name of it was a channel that basically, let me start there. It was a channel, not start there, but start right now there. It was a channel that Adam and I watched when, maybe, I don't know how many years ago. It was probably, it could be close to 10, 11 years ago, when we first got on, when I first got on YouTube, and he started watching them with me. And it was a certain genre. I don't want to mention which one it is, but yesterday, so to zoom forward, he and I stopped watching it. It was people who lived very different lifestyles than ours, so we like to watch it just to see what was going on there, what it was like for them. It wasn't something we wanted to do. We never wanted to do anything like that, but it was just interesting. And then we stopped. We kind of lost interest. But yesterday, I don't even remember, and I didn't even remember after it happened. I guess the shock was there. But I looked up somebody's channel. It was a man, his channel, for some reason connected to something. And like I said, I don't remember. It was probably just such a shock. Is that I found out that, I noticed, hey, he hasn't made any videos, and he was a regular, like daily practically. And, or at least, once or twice a week. In the past, I don't know what he was more recent. And I thought, well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he stopped for a while. Who knows? And I read the titles, and then I looked at one of them, or just clicked on it, and I saw a comment, and the person in the very first comment said that, basically it's so it was 2 months old. It said it was so strange not to have him still making videos, and since he had passed away. It was like, wow, man, somebody that I think has been the third person that I have found out that had passed away on YouTube since I started. There could have been more, but those are but I remember 3. Now, there was a whole story about why I wanted to talk about the behaviors after I read that one yesterday. So, okay, so why I said this about the behaviors is because I knew of some things way back then. I don't want to really spell it all out, but there were other people in the whole of those videos. There were other people kind of involved. I knew the stories, and there was at one time this guy, the one that had passed away. I was not involved in it. That was not my genre. I didn't do anything like that, like I said. But they had a live one time, he and another creator, and I made a comment. I'm never one much on making comments, writing comments of any kind. I don't do the chat, but I did then. It was in the chat. They were doing the live, like I said, and I never do. It just wasn't me on a regular basis. It's like every blue moon. I mean, I think I've left one comment in the past few years. Seriously, that's how seldom it is. My original channel will be 11 years old next month. Okay, so I've had plenty of time to leave plenty of comments and know my own, and I'm just not one to do it. But anyway, that person was having a live. This is the second time I've found out something negative about myself in a live. And no, actually, I think third time. And I did say something. And the guy, the one that passed away, I found out, he, there were actually a few people there, like somewhat like a get together or something. And there was a woman there, and she said something, oh, look, there's me, you know, she saw me. And when I made a comment, and the guy got really, like, ticked off at her for that. And he said something on a live, negative. And it wasn't, I mean, it was just, you know, like, don't talk to her. And I knew that I had developed somehow, some way, had no real clue how. It was all behind the scenes as usual. That I had developed some kind of, there was a couple of people who just didn't like me. Like I said, I was not much on doing that. Back then I probably did more, but I'm talking very rare. Okay, it was always been very rare for me. And I'm like, how in the world did I get some kind of reputation when, I mean, I may have left one comment to any of them. You see, how does this stuff work? And I mean, very seldom. Like one comment to that person, one comment, and I never write negative comments, bad comments, nothing like that, nothing. So, but I was told, by the way, eventually was told from way back then, how, not in that genre, but in my own, how that happened. Okay, I got told it by somebody, and she basically, she stopped herself after she said it. It was on a live, and realized what she was saying was basically, yeah, there was somebody that was out there doing that on purpose. Man, you know, I don't know. That's back, like I said, when things were really a community, and it was just somebody who did not want me to have my channel get any viewers. She wanted them for herself, and that's how she saw it. And so she went around telling people negative things about me, that I said this, I did that. I have a history of that with one of my somebody I know since I've known. I'll just put it this way: since I've known since I was born. So I know how that goes. It's always behind the scenes, and it takes somebody to usually accidentally say something, and then the pieces start coming together. Yeah. So anyway, okay. But anyway, still, see, I didn't want to make a video about the person. You see why, right? Because I am talking about something about me, and I didn't want to try to make a video about the person that passed away, you know, focusing on him when it was going to be about me and the behaviors that I'm seeing. Because I use my videos to vent, you know, the pressure release valve. And seeing that stuff again, of course, has triggered me just sitting right here talking about it. When these things happen, you know, because of, like it was about that guy and that woman, and if she was shocked that somebody had said something, apparently he thought I was something bad about me, and I was too when I was watching that, you know, I was right there live in the live, doing the live chat. It's like, whoa, and even across genres, somebody really had it out for me, you see? And you're surprised, you know, because like you're a friendly person, but no, it was all about the money. It's really what it was about back then. And I just basically had walked away from all of it for a while. I still really have. I mean, I don't associate with people. Over the years, I don't, you know. like I said, one time in the past few years, I left a comment, and the woman, I don't know how many years that would have been. Actually, I think it's probably since around 2018, 20 or 2019, some last time probably I left a comment on anybody's video. There was one live chat, I think. That's all I remember in all those years. So, but yeah, did you have to wonder how in the world, when my comments were something like, oh, you know, they were just friendly, just nice. There's not long. I would write a few words, you know, a nice video, not video, but nice, whatever. Like they were showing, showing the sun, sunrise, sunset, whatever it was. I'd say, oh, that's really nice. And then boom, you know. But how that all came about, I don't know. It was the communities were smaller. People, it was very different back then. So, but still. Anyway, I have some things I'm really anxious about today. Feeling a lot of anxiety the last couple of days, since yesterday morning when I got up. And so I am, you know, I've made videos and then I deleted a bunch of it. They were really short, like 5-minute videos that I made over a week or so, and I deleted a bunch of those clips. But since yesterday, I made videos about the thing that is making me anxious, and I put it on a private channel. Yeah, I'm a little anxious, like I said. But anyway, I think that's enough. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm trying to get some of the other anxiety off of me, you know. But maybe I'll try again to make a video about the stuff that's really causing me some anxiety. And it's just too much uncertainty. All right, I'll talk to you on another video. Bye. Okay, by the way, I didn't even talk about what I started off to talk about in that video. But it was about the way that some people responded to that guy dying, and the woman that had mentioned, had said this, you know, that the woman that was in that video with other creators, and that she had not said anything about it, this guy dying. That's basically what's that part of it. And they tried to take their, you know, they were frustrated, sad, you know, their negative feelings. They were trying to take those negative feelings out on her. You know, about they had found out that he had passed away, and they were looking for information on what had happened, and they thought she was one of them that would know and would say something, and she hadn't mentioned him at all, and they didn't even know if she knew about it because that was years ago. But they just were bad-mouthing her because she hadn't made anything in her videos about it around that time. So, and that was some of the behaviors there that I was going to talk about, and that was going to be it on that subject, on those two, because, you know, and just talk about when I've seen people do that, even in like crisis situations when it's still ongoing, and they just take it out on anybody they feel like it, not caring if that person's in mourning or doesn't know, and that's a shock to them, a surprise to them too. You know, seriously. I mean, I've not met a lot of people over the years, not met in person, but online. You know, I barely ever had. At first, like I said, it was a community. It was different. There was some back and forth, and people in their videos or off their videos You know, and there was, I don't even know if they still have that kind of chat thing, but a different kind of way of leaving people messages that aren't on the videos. I don't know if they still do that, if YouTube still has that. But there was stuff like that. And so I knew a lot of people, but, you know, I wouldn't know if all of them are still alive. So, you know, things changed. 11 years next month. So, anyway, I just wanted to mention that. That was why I started it. Talk to y'all in another video. Bye.